Deep in the forests of Borneo, a young orangutan named Suriya was torn from everything she knew. Palm oil plantations had destroyed her home. Her mother was gone forever. Rescued as an orphan, Suriya arrived at the sanctuary, broken and traumatized. Years passed. The caregivers watched her slowly heal, slowly learn to trust again. Then came the miracle they'd all been hoping for. Suriya was pregnant. For months, the entire sanctuary buzzed with anticipation. This would be Suriya's chance at motherhood. When her baby was finally born, Suriya's maternal instincts awakened with fierce intensity. She cradled her infant constantly, never letting it out of her sight. But tragedy struck without warning. Within days, her precious baby was gone. The veterinarians tried everything. But sometimes, nature is cruelly unpredictable. Suriya's heart shattered. She retreated into a darkness the caregivers had never seen before. She stopped eating, stopped playing. The light in her eyes simply vanished. Days turned into weeks. The sanctuary staff watched helplessly as grief consumed her. If you're finding value in this, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. The days following Suriya's loss painted a grim picture that chilled every caretaker to their core. She refused food. She refused interaction. She refused life itself. Dr. Sarah Mitchell had witnessed animal grief before, but nothing like this. Suriya's weight plummeted at an alarming rate. 20 pounds in just 2 weeks. The team tried everything. Favorite treats, enrichment activities, even bringing in other orangutans. Nothing worked. She had built an impenetrable wall around her broken heart. Her eyes, once bright with intelligence, now stared into an endless void of despair. The medical reports painted an even darker picture. Her immune system was shutting down. Depression in orangutans can be fatal. Their emotional bonds run deeper than most humans realize. Week 3 brought the conversation no one wanted to have. If they couldn't break through to Suriya soon, they might lose her forever. Time was running out. They needed a miracle. But sometimes miracles come in the most unexpected packages. 300 miles away, another tragedy was unfolding. A tiny orange kitten, barely 2 weeks old, had been found alone. His mother was nowhere to be found. His chances of survival were slim. When he arrived at the shelter, the staff immediately recognized the crisis. Without constant maternal care, this kitten would not make it through the week. He needed round-the-clock feeding, warmth, and something else entirely. He needed the comfort of a mother's touch. But with no nursing cats available, the shelter faced an impossible challenge. That's when Dr. Martinez remembered something from her veterinary studies. Cross-species adoption had been documented in wildlife for centuries. Lions raising leopard cubs. Dolphins protecting whales. But could it work between a grieving orangutan and a dying kitten? The idea was unprecedented, risky, and absolutely revolutionary. Because sometimes the most desperate situations call for the most extraordinary solutions. The morning arrived when two broken souls would meet for the first time. Sanctuary staff approached Suriya's enclosure with trembling hands and racing hearts. They carried a tiny orange kitten who had never known a mother's touch. Suriya noticed immediately. Her massive frame went completely still. The staff held their breath. This moment could go terribly wrong. Suriya's eyes locked onto the small, vulnerable creature. Then something extraordinary happened. Her maternal instincts awakened. Suriya's enormous hands moved with impossible gentleness. The kitten didn't run. Instead, it moved closer. Staff members watched in stunned silence as Suriya gently touched the kitten's fur. Her grief transformed into something beautiful. Protection. Purpose. Love. The sanctuary had never witnessed anything like this before. 2 species. 2 orphaned souls. 1 miraculous moment of acceptance. What happened next defied every expectation the shelter staff held about animal behavior. Suriya began treating the kitten exactly as she would her own infant. Her maternal instincts awakened with fierce intensity. She carried the kitten everywhere, never letting it out of her sight. The feeding routine became a sacred ritual between them. Every few hours she would position the kitten perfectly for its meal. Then came the grooming sessions that lasted for hours. She cleaned every inch of the kitten with meticulous care. The kitten's condition began improving dramatically under her devoted attention. Its eyes grew brighter, its movements stronger with each passing day. At night, Suriya created the perfect sleeping arrangement. She formed a protective cocoon with her body, keeping the kitten warm and safe. The transformation in both animals was nothing short of miraculous. But the most remarkable discovery was yet to come. What we witnessed between Suriya and that kitten wasn't just heartwarming. It was groundbreaking science. Dr. Sarah Mitchell had studied primate behavior for 20 years. She'd never seen anything like this. Cross-species maternal adoption occurs in less than 0.01% of documented cases. But when it happens, the neurological changes are profound. Caring for the kitten triggered massive oxytocin production in Suriya's brain, the same hormone that bonds mothers to their babies. Her cortisol levels dropped 70% within the first week. The depression that had consumed her for months began lifting. For the kitten, the benefits were equally remarkable. Orphaned animals raised by surrogate mothers show improved immune function and better social development. 6 months later, both animals had transformed completely. Suriya had rediscovered her purpose. The cat had found his family. Their bond proved that love transcends every boundary we think exists. Sometimes the most profound healing comes from the most unexpected places. If this opened your eyes, smash that like button and subscribe for more.